Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my September favorites. I can't believe we are here. And you guys know per usual, I'm doing my favorites video in try on style. So I'm going to be applying all my makeup favorites of this month as we go so you guys can see how this performs. It's basically like a tutorial for all my new people here. If you aren't subscribed, you better subscribe right now. I have a lot of good favorites for you guys. I literally wrote down my little list. This is one of my favorites for this month. So I bought this at Staples and it says I love lists, and basically every day I write my to-do list on here, and sometimes like I like to take notes and stuff, so I've been just writing my to-do list and then I wrote down my September favorites, the ones that I needed to remember. So we have that written down there. I like to stay organized. Being organized is key. It's key to success. So first we're gonna go ahead and start off with our eye makeup because that's the one that takes the longest that I don't wanna get through. And I have a favorite that I wanna talk about, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. So consistently through the end of August and through most of September, when I wasn't on camera, I was always gravitating towards this baby. Also, a lot of my looks that I had on in my foundation reviews were using this palette, and I just feel like it's such a beautiful palette, and I love the fact that it's so nice for this fall season. You can really use these colors for every day. And also I wanted to give this palette a shout out because I feel like with all the launches Anastasia Beverly Hills has been doing this month with the Norvina palettes, which are fantastic, but I just feel like it kind of took away from that extra attention that this palette should have received. That's just my personal opinion. I love Jackie Aina, and I'm so happy that she got her moment with Anastasia because this is truly a gem and something that deserves to be praised. And if you haven't picked it up, you need to go pick it up because this is like fall. Okay, so we're gonna be diving in with 3 colors. We're going to be using the shade Edges, and that's gonna be our first color that we're gonna be placing onto our crease. And do you see how beautiful that color is? So nice and pigmented. I mean, I just feel like you can never go wrong with an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette because they are so pigmented and they're such good quality, and you know you're always gonna get a good palette. Jackie did the damn thing, and I really appreciate the fact that she actually did a bunch of tutorials using her palette. I feel like a lot of influencers come out with collabs and they use it once and then it's you never hear about it again. I want somebody who's gonna show me as many looks as they can with the palette because I'm supporting you, but I need to see the looks. So I just love the fact that Jackie definitely went in and really showed us all the potential of the palette, and it was great. So now I'm gonna be going in with the darkest brown in the palette, which is Credit, and I'm gonna be taking Credit and putting that, dusting off the excess, putting that right here. And we're going in circular motions because I want to blend the 2 colors, Edges and Credit, together so that it really gives me a lot of blendedness. Not a word. I'm going to be taking in my flat brush, my MAC 242, and cleaning it with my little color switch. I'm gonna be taking the shade Sponsored right here. It's so beautiful. I feel like it's very slept on. I feel like everybody traditionally goes for Dolas. This one Soleil, but this color is so pretty. It's also very majestic, which I feel like is a very perfect fall appropriate color. So let's go ahead and pop that on. You guys are about to see this magic. I don't even know. It kind of has blue in there, green, it's just stunning. I did this look that I'm doing right now and I was obsessed. I kept staring at myself in the mirror with this eye makeup because I just think that these colors together are magic. They're the perfect fall combination. That's different, I feel like everybody typically for the fall goes for those golds and those burnt oranges, but this color is just so beautiful and it's different, which is what I just said 3 times. And the cool thing about this one too is that you can go in with a little bit of some mist. I'm using the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I use this specifically for my eyes, when I really want to make that shadow pop, and it's everything. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that wet brush and really just stamp it. I find that when I stamp it as opposed to swiping it, it gives me the best pigmentation and it makes it super metallic-y. So that would be my recommendation to you guys. Just pat it And I feel like that makes it really easy, you know, to quickly do the look. So just one color on the lid. You guys know that typically I like to like wrap it up and do like a little bit of some brown on the outer edge, just so that I can give it a little bit of a smoky effect. But today I'm just gonna do this. That's pretty much what we're doing on the eye. Very simple, very easy to do. And I think that just with these colors, like those 3 colors, you can just really create a very fall appropriate look. This one was definitely the one that stood out at the end of August through September, Jackie Aina ABH palette. So I completely forgot to talk about this. I don't know why. I did a wing liner, which I did film me doing my wing liner, because I just feel like when you do these types of like simple eyes where you just do an all over lip color and then some crease work, you can do a very bold statement wing without it looking like too much going. And for the liner, I have been obsessed with this NYX Cosmetics super skinny eye marker. And I first tried this in the video where I used affordable makeup and I did an affordable makeup tutorial, and that was my first time using it. Ever since then, I've become addicted. I love the fact that it's so nice and precise like a pen, and it's also very, very sturdy. So it's not like one of those flimsy like tips where it like kind of goes wherever it wants. Like when you're drawing your line, you get such a perfect defined wing because it's so sturdy and such good quality. So I really love this pen. I do have to say though, if you are working on top of like shimmers like this, it can sheer out a little bit, which is very typical for eyeliners to do that with very like intense shimmery shadows. But I just build it up and it looks good, and it gives me like a nice matte liner, which I know some people don't like a glossy finish. They like a matte finish. This is going to give you a matte finish. So now I'm going to be applying my lashes, which these are my favorite lashes for the month. These are the Lily lashes in the style New York City. I purchased these at Sephora. I'm so happy that they now sell them at your local store so you can actually see what they look like as opposed to just seeing it online. It's completely different. So I'm going to be using this, and I also started using a new lash glue. This is the one by Velour in the dark tone, and I've been a really big fan of it. I like the fact that it has this little wand, because I always like the wand. It just makes it such easier for you to do your lash glue application. So I'm just applying that all throughout. I just love these lashes because you can really see what's going on behind them. They have like this really pretty wispy effect. They're still like nice and long and pretty and have like the volume, but I love the fact that you can really see what's going on behind the lash. So I just finished applying moisturizer and primer. I don't have any new moisturizer or primer to share with you guys for this month's favorites. So I'm just gonna hop right into foundation. So this one's probably gonna come as a surprise to you guys because I feel like there was a lot of mixed reviews, but the more I used it, the more I really liked how it looked on my skin. And this month's favorite foundation is the Kat Von D True Portrait. You guys know, if you are a very, very OG subscriber of mine, that I was obsessed with original foundation, which was super thick, the Locket. So now that I've moved into more skin-like finishes, this came at a perfect time for me. I love how this looks on my skin. I have taken pictures. I posted actually a selfie on Instagram and my skin looks so good. And I just feel like this is one of those foundations that gives you a pretty finish. The only issue I have with it is the fact that when I do go in with concealer and I use my sponge, it tends to absorb and make the product come off easily. So I would only wear this with a brush or with your hands. I personally am not somebody that likes to apply foundation with my hands because for me, using my hands is very sheer and I have rosacea. If I didn't have the rosacea and the redness, then I could possibly get away with it and pretty evened out skin. So I like to use a brush. I did go ahead and take this to Sephora because I wanted to speak to representatives who could better guide me on like what to do for it. They also did tell me, because I know some of you guys were saying how it made you look super like dry and your skin just look bad. They did say with this foundation, you want to make sure that you use it with a hydrating primer, or you really go in with a good moisturizing primer. If you use a mattifying primer and then this matte foundation, it's just not going to look good, especially because this does dry like a powder. So those are the recommendations they gave, which make perfect sense to me. So for primer, I did go ahead and use my Maybelline Baby Skin for my pores, and then I used my Milk Dripping Primer elsewhere, and I always like to shake it. I can get the consistency nice and blended out together, and I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be going in. I just love how lightweight it feels, and I just love the brush application. I'm using my Morphe JH03 Kabuki brush. It's my favorite brush. Do you see? Like, that finish is phenomenal. And the color, Tan 60, is my color for sure. And I like the fact that it does set to a nice powder finish. So for somebody that does have very oily skin, that's such a positive thing because it kind of lets you skip out on the having to like set your entire face with powder. Now I'm gonna move on to concealer. So for concealer, I was obsessed with this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. It is so beautiful. I like this 10 times better than the Conceal and Define, which is a more matte concealer. That one was way too thick and dry for me. This one just suited me perfectly. I feel like moving into these chilly months, I need something very hydrating on my under eye, something with good pigmentation, and I feel like this concealer definitely allows me to have that. So I'm going to just apply that right there. And I'm just going to be applying it with a brush as opposed to a sponge, just so that it works better with the foundation. It's just so hydrating, but it just gives you that really good coverage that you need for the under eye. Then I'm gonna go in with my favorite powder at the moment, which is the Kylie powder in beige. This has been like everything. The reason why I like this powder, sorry, I went like so fast with it because if I don't, it will crease. But the reason I really like this powder is because it is so lightweight on the under eyes. It does not dehydrate your skin. It doesn't dehydrate the powder or make your skin look super old and wrinkly. That's what it needs to do, which is making sure that I don't crease and just keeps everything nice and in place. And that's something that I really do appreciate. I do still love my Airspun powder, don't get me wrong, but I found that this one, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit less thick than the Airspun. I don't like to leave this on for too long because I feel like it doesn't need to be left on for too long to do what it needs to do, which is making sure I don't crease. So I just go in and dust that away. You guys can see the difference between having concealer and powder on to not having anything on. This side obviously looks much darker, so I feel like this concealer, the Conceal and Hydrate, is the bomb. I really recommend you checking this out. They have this at Ulta, so you can easily access it. You don't have to order it online or anything and really find your shade. They now sell the powders and the concealers at your local Ultas for Kylie Cosmetics, so you don't have to order online. And just, I know ordering online can be a hassle because sometimes the shades just don't work out with you and you can't even return it. So I would say go in store and check out the powder because it's definitely a good one, really good hydration, and it's not going to dry you out. And I feel like it's a perfect must-have. Went off camera because I didn't have any new favorites for blush, bronzer, and all that stuff. So I was like, why would I repeat? That's not the point of this video. So I pretty much completed all that, but I will have that all linked down below in case you guys want to figure out what I am wearing. But now I want to complete the look with my lip combo. So this is the lip combo that I've been really a big fan of this month. I never thought I would like be a fan of doing like lip liner with gloss, but I've just been obsessed. So funny story about this Kylie gloss. So I saw this from the summer collection and I saw Kylie wearing it and I was like, oh my God, it looks like such a pretty gloss. Then I tried it on for myself on my skin complexion and it literally looked awful, and I just put it in the back of like my lip gloss collection and I was like, no. So then one day I was like, let me give this another try, because I was using the palette, the Kylie palette, and I was like, let me give this another try. So what I went ahead and did was I paired it with a lip liner, and I'm using the Kylie lip liner in Coconut. And what I do is I line my lip and then I apply this gloss, and it's like heaven. And I like a nice glossy lip because I feel like sometimes the glossy lip can really like change the whole vibe of the look. So that's what we're gonna be doing right now. I'm gonna bring my mirror up close. I'm also taking the liner kind of inside the lip to like line the inside of it so I can kind of give it extra dimension. So we went in and lined the lip. I love this lip liner because I feel like it's like a very, very soft, like taupey brownie color. It's not dark whatsoever. I feel like you can still get away with it looking nice and natural. So I just feel like when I want a more natural like lip liner, that's the perfect one. Then I go in with a gloss. And I just take it like in the inner parts, and do you see? Like it just gives me such a beautiful look. I do quickly want to say Like, you don't have to have this specific combination. You can use any nice like brown tone lip liner and then like a more neutral colored lip gloss with a little bit of a hint of a color. And it will give you like the prettiest wearable lip. I feel like this lip combo is still really appropriate for the fall because it is using that like darker browny taupey. I would definitely recommend checking out Kylie Cosmetics lip glosses because they are so nice. They're pigmented, they're not sticky whatsoever, they're very comfortable. And even if it does come off after a long wear of day, it still leaves your lips feeling super nice, soft, and moisturized. This one is in the color You Are the Sun, and it's from the summer collection. And then this lip liner is Coconut. You can find this on her website. I just feel like it's the perfect look. Oh, and I have one more favorite that is not like really makeup related, but I just feel like everybody needs this. So Bath & Body Works has these little like mini antibacterial hand gels, and I love carrying these in my purse. I change them through the season, but I knew that when I walked into Bath & Body Works to get candles and stuff, I needed to get this little hand sanitizer. So I picked this one up in a Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. I feel like it gives off this really delicious scent. It's like a very soft sweet scent. It's not a very intense one where you're like, oh, this is disgusting. Especially on those days where you may forget to apply perfume or something, it's good to have like a hand lotion or like antibacterial soap that not only cleans your hands but also can like provide like a nice scent to come from, you know, you. So I really love it, and it's just like a nice comforting fall smell that I just am so obsessed with. So yeah, that pretty much completes today's favorites. There wasn't many favorites, but I had to share the ones that I was loving during this month of September. I can't believe September's coming to an end. I have a feeling that next month we're gonna be packed with favorites for October because I feel like I've purchased so much makeup as of lately that there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be raving about, because I know this one was a little bit less congested than typical, but don't worry. Next month will be hot and heavy. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching my September favorites try on video. I love doing this video where I just put all the products to the test so you can really see how they work and why I'm obsessed with them. Now I want to know what you guys are obsessed with. So please go ahead and leave me down below your favorites for this month of September because I want to check them out. If you guys have any new favorites for like blushes or bronzers, let a sister know. Also maybe highlighters, like some fall fun highlighters. Let me know down below. I always love hearing your thoughts, especially because I hooked you guys up right now with all my favorites. I want you to hook me up with your favorites. So go and do that. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Lets me know to continue doing these favorites videos because they are some of my favorites to do on this channel, no pun intended. But yeah, and also if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope that you enjoyed this video enough to stick around for all the other fun videos I have coming your way. So hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss anything. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video as soon as I upload, because I'm bringing you guys really good content and I just would not want you guys to ever miss it and later on be like, oh my God, I missed it. That's because you weren't hitting that notification bell. So go ahead and hit that. And to that being said, I love you guys so much and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.